Let's talk about RVing. I've done it for 30 plus years. Let me get backed out here. But we're just going to go over some tips and things that I've learned over the past 30 years of RVing. Have I ever camped in a tent? Yeah, I had a Honda Shadow and I had a tent. I was traveling to western Texas, and I found out real quick that camping in a tent and traveling on a motorcycle was not my thing. But be that as it may, I've also camped in a Toyota Prius for off and on for 5 years, lived in it off and on for 5 years, and travel trailers, fifth wheel. I had one, two motorhomes, two Class C's. I had a casita, and I'm fixing to get another one. But what I want to tell you is, some of the things I learned is this. And I don't care what you get into, but in my opinion, you have to be able to stand up straight or damn close. The casita is 6 foot 1.5 inches interior height, and that's max for me. I mean, that my head just touches the ceiling, but that works fine for me. But be sure, and I don't care, I see people being interviewed by YouTube creators that live in cars and stuff. I got to tell you, man, that ain't easy. I mean, it looks good, may feel good, but it ain't easy. You got to really be organized, and day after day, that kind of grinds on you. I promise you. Now, that's just my own opinion because I've done it in a Prius. So what else? If you're going to get a van, get a high box van that you can stand up in, or if you're short enough, you might be able to get by with a regular van. Or option two is, if you're going to live in a car, at least have you some kind of a tent or something outside that you can stand up in, change clothes, and maybe do your stretches and stuff on a rainy day or whatever, because you're going to have those days. And what else? As far as how you do it, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that you really need to be able to stand up, or you're not going to be happy, in my opinion. What else? As far as the type of vehicle, RV, brand names basically don't mean crap in the RV industry. I know people think they do, and there are some that are somewhat better quality than others. But people have good experiences with cheap RVs and expensive RVs. They also have bad experiences with cheap RVs and expensive RVs. You'll hear, if you posted a video and said you had a whatever kind of RV, you're going to get some feedback from people that had the same thing and they hated it, or say had a lot of problems. So just kind of be your own guide on that. If you hit a good one, great. But what else? As far as whenever you get this thing that you're going to travel or live in, heating and cooling, those are things you need to think about. Do you need a furnace? No. Do you need an air conditioner? Well, no. If you travel if you always stay in cooler climates, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Just have a fan, you're good. But that ain't going to happen. I mean, I don't care where you go. There's going to be days that are just hot, and that's it. And so you just have to endure those days. A fan will get you by. If you're boondocking, it'll get you by. A 12-volt fan, and I've done it. But I've lived in a Prius. I had a pickup with a camper top, and I like to toast it at 7,500 feet in elevation. The inside of the pickup was 92 degrees. Is that comfortable? No. I don't care what anybody tells you. No. I mean, I had a fan on. I tried, my trick of, putting a little towel in front of it, to use the evaporation to cool the air. It helped, but it was still hot, uncomfortable. So, and then just realize that, you're still you. There's nothing magic is going to happen when you get this thing built that you're building, whatever it is. You're going to arrive somewhere, and maybe hopefully the first few days are going to be great to get you started off on the right foot. But there's days that aren't going to be like that, so you just got to keep plowing through and and doing it. You know, if your choice is to live full time in anything, well, just be aware that, and I've said this before, all that glitters ain't gold. And the climates, you know, I've been to Quartzsite, I've been to Flagstaff, I've been to all the places you go for summer, winter, and all that stuff. There's just days that the climate doesn't play the right game, you know. Some days in Quartzsite in the winter, it can be warm. Some days in Quartzsite, it can be very, very cold, windy, and damp. It can be. Is it always? No. By and large, it's a pretty good climate for the winter. I think Yuma may be even better than Quartzsite. Why? I don't know. I've tried both places. I seem to like Yuma better. But again, there's no boondocking really down there. There's a few places near Yuma. Quartzsite is not that far from Yuma. But yeah, and as far as, you know, so heating and cooling, you know, you're not going to run, well, some people are now. They're running 5,000 BTU air conditioners off of solar, but you got to have a lot of solar and a lot of batteries, and you got to pray the sun shines at least once every 4 days, brightly, you know. So what else can I tell you? Again, the unit that you choose, your choice. If you can, you know, get something that's fairly mechanically sound. By that I mean, you know, you don't want to buy something with 400,000 miles on it and pray that it doesn't fall apart. You know, equipment wears out. So, but yeah, you can, if you have to finance a little bit, don't go crazy over that, you know, just do it. But again, get the best piece of equipment you can find for your deal, and go for it. You know, and if it doesn't work, the world's not going to end. Gasoline here is $2.55 a gallon for regular unleaded and $3.19 for diesel. This is Brackettville, Texas, on February the 27th, 2025. So good luck to all you guys that want to go live or camp in an RV, but get something you can stand up in. That's just my opinion. Does that mean anything? Doesn't mean anything. It just means check it out, guy or girl, gal, you know. And you know, comfort is nice, but again, if you're going in a car or a pickup, get you a little tent or shelter outside that you can stand up in. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want. Anytime, use the Amazon link if you're going to buy something from Amazon. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your RVing the best way you can. It's a great way of life, but it's up to you. And boondocking is not all it's cracked up to be. It can be great and it can be hell. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.